My ex-girlfriend showed up after a decade and called me a liar for moving on, even though she was the one who vanished. When I was 15, I fell head over heels for a girl in my class named Lena. She had this infectious laugh, the kind that made even my clumsy jokes sound like comedy gold. We became best friends long before we ever became anything more, which made it feel perfect the day she finally agreed to be my girlfriend. We spent all of high school together. Everyone around us said we were the kind of couple you only saw in movies. My parents loved her. Hers adored me. And we honestly thought we had our future all mapped out. But after graduation, everything shifted. She told me she needed to move to Harbor City with her older sister for college. I was staying behind in our hometown to attend the university there. I told her distance wouldn't change anything. She agreed, and for the first few months, we were inseparable, texting, calling, talking about everything. Then, on our 4th anniversary, she said something I never forgot. "No matter what happens, wait for me. I'll come back." And like an idiot in love, I promised I would wait forever. Then she disappeared. Her number stopped working. All her social media accounts went dark. I was terrified something happened to her. I contacted her friends, her family, anyone who might have answers. That's when I found out she had simply blocked me everywhere and made new accounts that I wasn't part of. She'd ghosted me completely. I was shattered. My grades dropped, I barely ate, and nothing my friends did helped. Weeks later, one of her old classmates transferred to my university and approached me after a lecture. She handed me a letter from Lena. The letter said she couldn't handle the distance, that she needed to move on, and wished me the best. No phone call, no explanation, just a paper message delivered like I was some stranger she barely knew. I cried the entire night. But eventually, I accepted it. She didn't want me. So, I let her go. A year later, I met Mara at a workshop. She was quiet, a little tomboyish, usually in loose shirts and tied-back hair. We became study buddies, then real friends. One day, she came in with her hair down and clothes that actually fit her, and it hit me how beautiful she really was. After months, I confessed my feelings. Her whole face lit up. She told me she'd liked me for a long time, but didn't want to be the one to initiate anything because it wasn't really accepted where we grew up. We fell in love, got married, and now we have a wonderful daughter. 8 years of marriage, the happiest years of my life. She is my partner, my confidant, my safe place. She taught me what real love actually feels like. Then, last week, I got a call from an unknown number. A familiar voice said, "Can we meet for coffee? I need to talk to you." It was Lena, after 10 years of absolute silence. Curiosity got the better of me, so I met her at a cafe downtown. She looked almost exactly the same. Same smile, same eyes, same familiar mannerisms. She brought up old memories like no time had passed at all. She laughed about inside jokes I barely remembered and told me how much she missed our connection, how she'd thought about me all these years. Then she noticed my wedding ring. Her whole expression hardened. "You're married?" she snapped. "You have a wife?" I nodded. "For 8 years now. We have a daughter." She stared like I'd stabbed her. "But you promised you'd wait for me," she said. "You said forever. How could you just move on?" I almost laughed at how absurd it was. "You ghosted me," I said quietly. "You disappeared. You blocked me everywhere. You sent me a letter saying you wanted to move on. What exactly did you expect me to do?" She shook her head, genuinely upset. "I thought you'd wait. I thought you'd still be there when I was ready. You lied to me." That was the moment I realized she had built her own fantasy world and expected me to live in it. I stood up, left some money on the table, and told her. I did wait. I waited for a real explanation. You never gave me one. I moved on because you told me to. Then I walked out, got in my car, and drove home to my wife and daughter, the people who actually chose me. Some people really do live in their own reality.